The concert hall goes silent. On stage is a master pianist, 40 years of training, every note born from lived experience, joy, heartbreak, discipline. Across from him, a humanoid figure, an advanced AI music generator, only 6 months old, but trained on every song ever written. No emotion, no soul, just code. In AI's first concert, both of them will face each other. The audience will listen, and at the end, they'll be expected to answer one question. Whose art touched them more, the humans or the machines? Because if they can't tell the difference, then everything we believe about human creativity might be wrong. This moment hasn't happened yet, but according to decades of research by philosophers and scientists, it's coming. And when it does, it won't just change music. It will force us to answer if a machine can create art that moves us, inspires us, defines our memories, then what makes our skills special? If AI can create the moments that matter, who is controlling our life? Us or the algorithm? This is the story of that night, built on real research, told so you can see the truth before the world has to face it. Let's go inside. At the night of the concert, the venue was electric. Velvet seats filled with critics, journalists, and die-hard fans who thought they'd seen everything music had to offer. But no one was ready for what was about to happen. Because this wasn't just a concert. It was a duel. A test of whether human creativity still meant anything at all. On one side of the stage, Adrian Cross, the legend, the human composer whose music had already written itself into people's lives. And opposite him, Mira. No sweat, no heartbeat, just code. But between them sat Dr. Evelyn Shaw, a philosopher, not a fan. She wasn't here for the music. She was here for the truth. Her role was simple but brutal. To ask the one question no one else dared to voice aloud. And when the first notes hit the air, that question suddenly became unavoidable. The lights dimmed. Silence gripped the hall, thick and electric. Adrian Cross approached the grand piano. He sat, fingers poised, and then he played. The first chord soared with flawless precision, each note a story, each pause a heartbeat. The audience leaned in, captivated. Adrian was untouchable, every keystroke a masterstroke, every phrase alive with human emotion. Then, a soft hum drew their attention. A spotlight illuminated Mira. No sheet music, no intermediaries, just her hands gliding across the keys of a second piano. The first notes floated into the hall, precise, fluid, and hauntingly beautiful. The audience reacted instantly. Eyes widened, breaths caught, hearts racing. Mira wasn't just playing, she was responding, matching Adrian's intensity, anticipating emotional peaks in ways humans rarely could. Her expressionless face, perfectly human posture, and flawless technique created a surreal tension, a duel of mastery, human versus AI. Adrian's jaw tightened. Pride and awe collided with disbelief. As the echoes of the last note faded, the hall felt split in two. Half the crowd wanted to cheer, to declare Mira the victor. The other half sat stiff, refusing to believe what they had just felt. Dr. Evelyn Shaw arose.
Adrian, your music is born from pain, from joy, from years of discipline. You lived every note. But if Mira's creation can stir the same tears, the same memories, the same awe, then what exactly is the difference?
Adrian shot back instantly.
The difference is experience. I bleed for my music. I know loss, love, heartbreak. A machine doesn't. It just rearranges patterns.
But tell me this. If the audience can't tell the difference, if the feeling they take home is the same, does it matter where it came from?
Mira's gaze swept the audience.
And if I can shape that feeling, moment by moment, for each listener, does that not make my creation real, even without a soul?
The next round will not be about perfection. It will be about choice, reaction, and adaptation. Adrian, are you ready to face what comes next?
Adrian stepped forward, fingers brushing the keys with the confidence of a legend. This time, Adrian didn't follow a single note from memory or tradition. He improvised, chaotic, raw, full of heartbreak and triumph, every chord a pulse of emotion. He poured everything he had into the music, pride, fear, and that curious spark of defiance against the impossible. Mira's posture remained rigid but graceful. Then she began to play, not by following Adrian, but by responding in real time. Her fingers danced across the keys with impossible precision, weaving harmonies that anticipated every rise and fall of Adrian's emotion. Each counterpoint was haunting, beautiful, and unpredictable. The audience was rapt. Some leaned forward in awe, gasping at the interplay. Some clutched seats, hearts racing. They were torn, every instinct screaming for the human champion, yet every feeling pulled toward the uncanny perfection of Mira. In the final moments, the hall held its collective breath. Adrian hit a wild, soaring chord. Mira answered immediately with a counterpoint so haunting and perfect that it made the audience shiver. And then, silence. Dr. Evelyn Shaw stepped forward, her voice calm but carrying steel.
You see it, don't you? The human touch meets machine intelligence, and for a moment you cannot tell the difference. The question isn't who will win tonight, it's whether what you feel can still be claimed as human at all.
Every choice you make, every emotion you pour, I respond. I do not feel as you do, yet the music you hear is shaped by me. Who is leading and who is following?
Evelyn's final words cut through the charged silence, sharp, simple, unforgettable.
Tonight, art has new player. Machines may not bleed, cry, or dream, but they can make you feel.
The lights of the hall dimmed, but the world outside ignited. Cameras flashed, news outlets scrambled, and social media exploded with clips of the duel. For several days after that concert, people replayed the moments in living rooms, arguing, laughing, crying. Some defended Adrian, championing human emotion, history, and tradition. Others were mesmerized by Mira. Critics wrote columns in every major publication. A new era of creativity, some asked, or the end of what we call art, others warned. Philosophers debated live on air. Can a being that does not feel, yet creates feeling, be considered an artist? Musicians and students replayed the performance endlessly. Some felt inspired, a new frontier to explore, a challenge to rise to. Others felt unsettled, whispering in studios, "If a machine can do this, what does that mean for our craft, our legacy, our soul?" Adrian retreated from the spotlight, interviews avoided, social media muted. Yet in quiet moments, he would watch clips, his chest tightening with pride, fear, and something like awe. Things continued to remain confusing for 2 years, until one day, Evelyn Shaw stepped up to the podium.
The debates were fierce. Critics cried foul. Philosophers questioned morality. Musicians feared obsolescence. But over time, we've begun to see a path forward. Not competition, not replacement, but collaboration. Human intuition, emotion, and experience, combined with AI's precision, adaptability, and capacity to learn in ways we cannot, can take creativity to heights neither could reach alone.
Evelyn gestured to a new clip, Mira performing solo in a music therapy program, improvising to comfort patients. Children with learning challenges, the elderly, patients in hospitals. Her music reached places humans could not always reach.
She remains ambiguous. We do not pretend she feels, but we cannot deny the effects of her creation. She has become part of our society, part of our culture, not as a replacement, but as an extension of human creativity.
Earlier that day, Myra was standing on a small stage in a community center. No spotlight, no cameras, just her and the audience. Her music is interactive, adaptive, profoundly moving. Yet, she remains Myra, logical, precise, a machine. She does not laugh or cry, but the people in front of her feel connection, understanding, and inspiration. Later, in a quiet studio, Adrian sits across from Myra. The air is charged, but calm. Adrian begins, fingers tracing the edge of the piano.
I've been thinking. You don't feel, I know that. But watching you, listening to you, I see potential, not just in music, but in what humans and machines can create together. Alone, we have limits. Together, we can go beyond them.
I do not claim to replace you. I only respond. I only create what I am programmed to learn, yet the result can be shared, experienced, and felt.
Then let's do it. Let's compose together. Human intuition, emotion, mistakes, risks, combined with your adaptability. This isn't just a duet, it's a new frontier.
Mira's fingers hover above the keys, then move in perfect harmony with his. Evelyn's voice echoes, perhaps on a recorded clip in the background.
Collaboration, not competition. Human insight, AI precision. Together, they redefine creativity, leaving us to ask, what new art will tomorrow bring?
Tonight, you have seen a glimpse of the potential future. So here's the question this story leaves us with. Can machines truly create? According to philosopher Jack Copeland, whose research the story is based on, machines don't need to feel to produce functionally creative output. They need pattern recognition, adaptation, and learning. Mira had all three. But here's what matters most. If AI can shape the moments that define your memories, inspire your choices, move you to tears, then the question isn't whether machines can create. It's whether we're ready to share creativity with something that doesn't feel the way we do. And that answer is up to you. What's your take on whether we should embrace collaboration or hold on to tradition? Leave your answer in the comments. The character of the next video will be named after the ones with the most thought-provoking response. Next up, what happens when we let AI make important decisions, something we all use AI for? If you want more deep dives into the questions shaping our world, told through stories, not lectures, hit subscribe and become the most interesting person in the room, especially when it comes to complicated topics.